Hi, guys. So today we're going to be talking about we're still in Unit 1. Our Lesson 3 is all about how do engineers test and improve prototypes. And we're looking at Exploration 2, which is called Getting Better. So when you log in, I'm in my son's account, so it looks just like yours. Click on Assignments. And here it is. It'll say Student eBook Engineer, How Do Engineers Test and Improve Prototypes, Exploration 2. Click Start, and here we go. So make sure that you have split your screen so that you have your book on one side and my video on the other. So Exploration 2, Getting Better. When engineers are talking to the team, when engineers work on design solutions, team members often communicate with each other. They share their observations to help improve what they are working on and to perhaps gain insight on future solutions. Communication is an important part of most situations. Like an engineering team, a volleyball team needs to communicate. By talking or giving each other signals during practice, players work as a team and will likely play better during a game. They give volleyball as an example, but that's any kind of game that you play. It can be basketball, it can be softball, it can even be a game on the playground that you've made up and that you're playing. But communication helps with the team. So here we go. Communication and teamwork. Watch the video to discover more about communication and teamwork during a game of volleyball. I'm actually going to make this bigger and click play.
Communication is important in volleyball and can help players improve their performance. Players should call the ball when they know they're within range. They should also call the score before serving. It's important for players to communicate to encourage good play. After the game, teams discuss what improvements can be made so they can play better in the next game.
Okay, so that is how communication is used in volleyball. After a game, volleyball players may talk about what worked well and what didn't work as well. They also may talk about what they plan on doing better during their next practice or game. Likewise, engineers communicate after testing solutions to try to optimize. And if you don't know what that word means, you can click here and it will pop up the definition: to make a solution as good as possible. And that's what it says here, or make as good as possible. Their solutions and designs. Good communication and teamwork help improve any team's final result. So here we go. How is communication important to both sports and engineering? Choose all answers that apply. It helps to solve problems. Well, communicating does help to solve problems. It helps to let other people know what is the best solution. I don't know about that one. Let me get back to that one. It can help people avoid having to talk about solutions. Why, no, that's what communication is talking about it, so that's not going to be it. It can help create teamwork. Absolutely. It helps improve the final goal or result. I think those are the three answers, but it doesn't turn orange, so I'm going to go back and click B. And there we go. A, B, D, and E. Communication is a great way to help create teamwork among people and get the best result. Next question. Which of these do you think are ways to improve communication among team members? Choose all the answers that apply. A says tell a team member that her design is well done and suggest an improvement. That's good communication. Tell a team member her project is bad and she shouldn't even test it. Well, that's rude. That's not how you should talk to your team members. Give a team member some suggestions for alternative materials. Suggestions are nice. You do it in a nice way. You don't tell them the project's bad. Yell at a team member until he agrees with your viewpoint. No. Nay. That is not okay. Do not yell at your team. E says talk to others about the way they tested their project and suggest more good tests. That's excellent. When you are engineering, it's not you are alone on an island. You are working with other people for the greater good. F says tell a team member he used the materials wrong, even though his design tested well. That is not your place. If it worked, then that's fine. It is not your place to tell them they used it wrong. All right, so let's check it. All right. Saying a design is done well and offering positive suggestions can improve communication. So let's read this right here. Now that you've learned about the importance of communication, it says to team up with 2 other students, take turns giving feedback on your designs. We're not going to do that. I did, however, post an optional assignment for extra credit. Do you have to do this? No, it is optional, but you're going to have to do the work for you to get 100 points. It's worth all or nothing. Okay? If you do it and it's not very good, you're not going to get a 0. You're just not going to get any points. Okay? I will not help you on the extra credit. That is all you. Your parents can help you. Your siblings can help you. You can even do FaceTime, Google Meets, or whatever with another 4th grader and work together on this. So remember your social distancing guidelines. I'm not saying go spend the night with somebody and whatnot, but that's up to your parents. But if you work with somebody else in 4th grade, you both will get credit. So just know that is optional. Moving on. So we've got this diagram here, and it shows the process for designing solutions. You learned about the steps in the 3 lessons of this unit. Use those experiences to fill in the missing process steps. So to find a problem or need, let's see what our choices are. Communicate, develop and test model, research, or brainstorm solutions. Well, find a problem or need, then we're going to research. Then we're going to define what the problem is. And after we do that, it says communicate, develop and test models, research, or brainstorm. Well, after we figured out what the problem is, we're going to brainstorm some solutions. We're going to get some ideas of what we think we could do. Then we're going to evaluate the solutions and choose the best. The next question is, do we communicate, develop and test the model, research, or brainstorm more solutions? Well, at this point, we're going to develop and test the model. After we've narrowed it down, we're going to actually build that, develop it, and build it. Then we're going to see if the criteria and constraints were met. If they weren't, we go back, we do another model, develop another model, and test it. If it does work and your criteria and constraints are met, the very last thing you're going to do is communicate. You're going to share that with other people. So you should have research, then define the problem, brainstorm solutions, evaluate solutions, and choose the best. We're going to develop and test the model. Then we're going to evaluate. If it does not meet the criteria and constraints, we're going to come back and do that again. If it does, we're going to move on down. And then we're going to communicate our results with other people. All right. So think about what you learned during the testing of your device. Well, we didn't do it, but let's imagine that we had. In feedback. All right. We're not going to worry about that question. And that concludes our lesson for today. If you have any questions, let me know.